Shaun, Bolton up next, and we don't need any more motivation to try and get back to winning ways than Saturday, do we?
No, it's an amazing game. I know this, and obviously the home ties the biggest games for our club. So yeah, it's an amazing place to go and play. Pitch is perfect. We'll have big travel and support. I believe they'll have a really big home support as well. So yeah, it's a brilliant game. These are games you want to be, that you love preparing for, and I'd imagine as a player you love playing in.
You mentioned it there, it means a lot to the players, the fans, the club. But looking at the league table, I suppose recent run of form, in some ways is the pressure more and the expectation more on Bolton than us this time around?
In these derby games, I think expectation and pressure is on probably both sides. I know. Look, the rivalry between us and Bolton, in terms of where they are as a club. Obviously, I'm only on the outside. I think last year I thought they were a really good side. We were very clinical in that first game at Bolton, like extremely clinical. Some of the players we had at that point were devastating in the final third. But they were a good team last year. I think they're probably a better team this year. I think they've strengthened again in the summer. They've still got the same forward players. So yeah, it's going to be a huge test for us. But we have to go there and try and play the way that we do, whether we change some things slightly in terms of without the ball. We have to go there and try and do what we do. And I think I've been here almost a couple of years now, maybe 97, 98 games. If we were to win this one, it definitely feels like it would be the biggest one so far, yeah.
In terms of not just the context of the game and the rivalry, but in terms of the context of the season as well, how big of a result would it be if we can go there and win?
Any point in the season. It could be the last game of the season, the first game, where we are in the table, where they are. Honestly, I don't think the league position adds any motivation, or at least it doesn't from our point. The football's it's a strange. Well, not strange. It is what it is. Like, a week ago, we were on the back of 3 wins. 7-8 days later, we're off of 3 defeats. It could have been 6 wins. Could have been more defeats. Honestly, this game is just a derby. It will be completely frantic at the start of the game, and then both sides, I'd imagine, will try and play through the other. And these are brilliant games. We have to go there and try and continue to be the team that we want to be. There's no point in me trying to change what we want to do as a club. Forget everything about the last 2 years that I've been trying to install. Bring back a certain DNA of the club. I've been here many years ago under an amazing manager that lost 7, 8, 9 in a row and never wavered. So I certainly won't be doing that this weekend. I think the brilliant thing of these derbies is, my experience is they can swing within 10, 15-minute periods. Even the game that I've said we won 4-0, we were unbelievably clinical. We have to find that this weekend, and we probably have to find it for the rest of the season, because we can play some really nice stuff. Even in the defeat against Chesterfield, we can create some big chances. We have to find that clinical edge that we had probably for large parts of last season, yeah.
Is the performance important on Saturday, or is it just all about a result?
From my point of view, I think the result comes from a certain performance. I still have to trust the players and the talent that the players have in certain areas. I think the last couple of performances have, in terms of Leyton Orient, I think we got into certain areas a lot, but we actually didn't create enough from them. Chesterfield was different. We ended up getting in areas a fair bit and did create. I think the performance of the team has to be at a certain level to beat Bolton. I think they're that good a side. I still believe Birmingham will eventually run away with this league. I hope that's not disrespectful to Wrexham or the teams around them. I haven't played some of them, but I don't see too many being better than Bolton out with Birmingham. I think they're that good. They're that strong. Looking at the subs they bring on, this is as strong a side in League One as you could wish to play against. So massive challenge, but amazing. Let's go and try and face it, yeah.
Talk about the league. I think we've shown this season we can compete with the big boys in the division, and it's a tight division, isn't it, in terms of points? I think we're only 4 points off 10th, so there's a lot of football left to be played, regardless of Saturday, but equally it is a competitive league, isn't it, in terms of the table?
It is, yeah. I think even the top ones that we've played, there hasn't been much between the games, whether we've won them or like even Barnsley, the game that we won, it was a really tight game. Yeah, it is really tight above us and also below us. Look, I know we're a couple of points from that sort of those bottom groups, but honestly, every game feels like a huge game. It felt a big game for us. Or I know I made 9 changes for Chesterfield, but I still was desperate to win that game. Every game is big. I think there's where it becomes harder, or you kind of for a manager you have to find that sort of stability is when you lose games and when you win them. You have to understand why certain results happen, and I'm really clear on why we win games and the games that we don't. I think there's some things in the last few months that we've been really good at. I think that the most important part, that final part of finishing the chances we have, is the reason why we are on the table. But look, I still trust the talent the boys have. That's what happens with young players. They have really good moments, they have less positive ones, and as long as they feel from me that we're not deviating from how we're playing or what we're going to do, and hopefully they find the form that I think that they have.
Cal McManaman's just been in on his media duties this week, and he said he's been in the ear of a few of the newer lads to explain the importance of this game. And have you seen an added determination or motivation this week in training?
To be honest, we've only had one proper session today. Some of the players from Chesterfield could only do part of that. We'll probably know more tomorrow. There's so many parts to football. There's obviously the tactical side that we put a lot of emphasis in, but also the fundamentals of are you going to outrun and outfight a player, your opponent. That's not just Bolton, but any game. If there's anyone if there's anyone in our group that shows that every single match, it's Callum. But then the reason why he's still playing the way he is at the age of 33, 34. Is
he the sort of leader, the sort of personality that I suppose we'll look at on Saturday?
Yeah, massively, yeah. It's every Saturday, whether he's on the bench or he starts. He's a talisman for the team and the support. So, I hope to create a few more characters like Cal while I'm here, yeah.
Quick line on injuries. I know you said after midweek that Sesson, Silko, you'd give it till later on this week to make a decision. Any update on them and anybody else?
They did part of training today. I would hope that they're all fit, but we'll probably know more tomorrow. And actually, 2 of those we'll probably know Saturday. So I'll give them to the last moment. I'll think about certain players or the best ones in certain positions, and then if I need to take a risk on a player, I certainly will. Yeah.
Finally, how important will the away travelling fans be on Saturday? And like you say, a big stadium, big atmosphere, and hopefully a great day for the club. Yeah,
they're always the away support have been amazing with me. I know when we don't win games, they're less happy with me, or definitely sections, but that's also my job. I think Peterborough comes to mind when we're winning, and I still get you still get the shouts, but that's also my job. You win, you lose. The main people in these games, in all our games, are the guys that pay to watch us play and the guys that actually play. So I would say the away support have been unbelievably good to me since I've been back in some difficult moments. And it has been hard at times. There's been Blackpool away, always springs to mind. Reading away this season, where they've probably gone above and beyond for me. So I'll try and give them a good day. I also know that Bolton will be still pretty fresh in their mind in terms of the results last year. From my point of view, in terms of rivalries and things like this, there's a massive respect from me to what their club, their owners are trying to do there. I think that as soon as we lose that, then I think you drop your guard, and at these moments you can get hurt. So respect them, but we'll definitely be trying to go there and hurt them. Yeah.